Have you ever set a goal and then watched yourself slowly drift away from it? Maybe you promised to wake up early, study harder, or hit the gym, but days later, you slipped back. Why does this happen? Because motivation is not enough. There's something far more powerful, something that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Most people quit when it gets uncomfortable. But not Ethan. What he discovered about self-discipline changed his entire life, and by the end of this story, it might change yours too. Ethan was a 24-year-old college graduate with big dreams. He wanted to start his own design business. He had talent, ideas, even clients waiting. But there was one problem. He couldn't stay consistent. He'd wake up fired up one day and completely lost the next. He'd start working, then scroll through social media for just 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes turned into an hour, and that hour turned into guilt. Each night, he'd tell himself, tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow looked exactly the same. Have you ever felt that way? Like you're stuck in a loop between excitement and regret? That was Ethan's life. One day, Ethan's best friend, Daniel, invited him to a reunion dinner. While everyone shared stories of progress, new jobs, promotions, travel, Ethan stayed quiet. He forced a smile, but inside, he felt small. That night, lying in bed, he stared at the ceiling and whispered, "Why can't I just stay focused? Why do I keep failing myself?" He thought about giving up. Maybe success just wasn't for him. Maybe he wasn't that type of person. But then something unexpected happened. The next morning, Ethan went for a walk to clear his head. He passed by an old carpenter's workshop at the edge of town, a place he'd seen 100 times but never entered. This time, curiosity pulled him in. Inside, he found an elderly man, gray-haired and calm, shaping wood with slow, steady hands. Ethan watched in silence for a while, then said, "Sir, how do you work so patiently? Don't you ever get tired or distracted?" The old man smiled. "Of course I do," he said, "but I've learned that if I only work when I feel good, I'll never finish anything." He placed a rough wooden plank in front of Ethan. "See this?" he said. "This piece of wood doesn't become furniture overnight. Every day, I sand a little, shape a little, polish a little. Most days, it feels like nothing's changing. But if I keep showing up slowly, the masterpiece reveals itself." Ethan frowned. "So you're saying, it's not about feeling motivated?" The carpenter chuckled softly. "No, my boy. It's about being disciplined when motivation disappears. That's the secret weapon of successful people. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it." He handed Ethan a small wooden carving, half finished, uneven. "Take this," he said. "Finish it, but only work on it for 15 minutes every day, no matter what. Do that for a month, and then come back." Ethan took the carving home. The first few days were easy. New challenge, new excitement. He carved every morning, set a timer for 15 minutes, and felt proud. But then came the 7th day. Rain outside, headache, no motivation. He looked at the wooden block and sighed. Does this even matter? But he remembered the old man's words. Show up even when you don't feel like it. So he picked up the carving knife and worked. Just 15 minutes. The next day, he did it again. Day by day, something shifted. Those 15 minutes started turning into 30. 30 into an hour. And without realizing it, Ethan was becoming someone new, someone consistent. After a month, Ethan returned to the workshop. He showed the old man his carving. It wasn't perfect, but it was finished. The carpenter smiled and said, "Beautiful. Not because of the wood, but because of who you became while shaping it." Ethan tilted his head. "What do you mean?" The old man wiped his hands and said, "You trained your mind. You learned to act without waiting for the perfect mood. That's discipline, the bridge between your goals and your results. Once you master that, you can build anything, a career, a business, a life." Ethan felt something shift inside him, like a door unlocking. For the first time, he realized his problem wasn't lack of motivation. It was lack of discipline. That night, Ethan sat at his desk and opened his laptop. He set a timer just like the carving routine. 15 minutes. He worked on his design project, then again the next day, and the day after that. Weeks passed. The more he worked, the stronger his focus grew. He stopped chasing motivation. He built systems instead. Every morning, he woke up, made coffee, and worked. No debate, no delay. And slowly, his efforts compounded. Clients noticed his consistency. Opportunities grew. A few months later, Ethan launched his own design studio, not overnight, not by luck, but through quiet, daily effort. 1 year later, Ethan walked back into the old carpenter's shop. He handed him a small wooden plaque with engraved words, "Discipline builds dreams." The old man smiled proudly. "You've learned the lesson well," he said. Ethan nodded. "It changed everything. I used to wait for motivation. Now I just start." The old man laughed softly. "That's how you win in life, one disciplined moment at a time." So, what about you? Maybe you're waiting for motivation to strike. But here's the truth: motivation fades. Discipline stays. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. And when you learn to act without waiting to feel ready, you unlock your true potential. Remember this: small, consistent actions create big, lasting change. That's the secret weapon of every successful person. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who's losing motivation today. Because maybe, just maybe, they need to hear that success isn't about feeling inspired. It's about showing up, even when you don't.